All right, welcome into another edition of Catching Up with Tommy Mack here on 1010XL's podcast platform at 1010XL.com. We are also streaming live on the relevant app, of course. The broadcasting, podcasting, just chat app, man. It's so easy to use. Check it out on the Apple Store or on Google Play. We're doing this show before my appearance on Jaguars today, just because of a scheduling thing, and I ran late, so it's going to be a quick one. But nonetheless, we are here, brought to you by my good friends at the Southern Grill, which I'll be there on Sunday watching the Jaguars game. So if you want to come hang out with Tommy Mack and David from the Horse's Mouth is going to be there, some other friends going to be there, and we'll have some beers, have some food, have some good times, and it'll be a great, great thing, no doubt about it. And also brought to you by friends at Goodfellas Cigar Lounge and Spirits. Gets your cigars there. Great place to hang out. All right. Happy Veterans Day, first and foremost. I love our veterans. I always have. I always will. It's the most selfless thing a human being can do, to go and fight for the country, especially those that have gone into battle. But all veterans, it is a sacrifice. It's the ultimate sacrifice. And God bless every single one of you, including all your families. Of course, my dad, my mother, my uncle, my brother, all served, and I know there's others as well within the family tree, but God bless every single one of you. All right, I got to put on my readers. My oldest daughter, by the way, is like, Dad, do you have to wear the glasses? I'm like, I can't really see without them. She's like, well, then get real glasses. All right, here we go. We'll do our best. Jags traveling to Arrowhead. Played at Arrowhead a few times. Great place. I tell you what, sea of red, 80,000, maybe more. Just crazy fans. Love their Chiefs. The Chiefs are 6-2, 3-1 at home. Jags, of course, coming off a victory against the Raiders. We'll see how it shakes down. I mean, I don't expect them to win. I hope they give them a run for their money, though. I do, and I think they will, depending. You look at this Chiefs team. They're loaded. They're loaded. They're loaded on offense. Their defense is pretty darn good. Not great, but pretty good. They're keeping teams to 23.6 points a game. We're averaging 22. Do the math. We'll see what happens there. Obviously, that doesn't always shake out. They do have trouble stopping the run. A little bit. They're at 4-4, so not a huge difference. We're at 4-0, but with ETN, I mean, you got to get after it with him. Of course, they're running back Isaiah Pacheco, I think is his name, rookie out of Rutgers. He's taken over the starting job for Clyde Edwards-Helaire out of LSU, but they both play a lot. Hilaire's very involved in the passing game, so you got to contend with that. Of course, Patrick Mahomes. How do you beat the Chiefs? You keep Patrick off the field. He'll score in a blink of an eye. This guy, he's a masterful type QB. He can do it on the run. He can do it from the pocket. He can flick it. He doesn't have to wind up. He can throw it sidearm. He gets a little cute sometimes. You can take advantage of that. But look, they're starting. It feels like the Chiefs are starting to, those teams that are always there year in and year out, or most years, you can feel the start of, okay, maybe they don't look so good early. They're like, they're okay, nothing great. And then little by little, they're ascending and ascending. Of course, they add Kadarius Toney, who's a speedster. Does he replace the dude that went to Miami? Of course, Cheetah, Tyreek Hill, who's having a phenomenal year. I mean, just phenomenal. But they've got receivers. McCole Hardman is a very good receiver. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, of course, from Green Bay. He came over. Juju Smith-Schuster finding a home in KC. They got Sky Moore, who hasn't done a real lot. He's their punt returner, does a pretty decent job at that. Of course, Kelsey's phenomenal. You got to cover his ass. I would put Lloyd on him. I would. I would. I don't know if Alua can keep up with Kelsey. And that's not a knock on Alua because not many linebackers can keep up with Travis Kelsey. They just can't. But I think Devin Lloyd has a better chance, although I do like him on the blitz. Finished strong last week. But look, their O-line is good. Orlando Brown Jr., one of the better left tackles in the game. They've given up 16 sacks. And what's that, in 8 games, so about 2 a game? Look, you gotta Got to get after Mahomes. We always see it. You see it against every QB in the league. When they get rattled, when they get uncomfortable, they don't perform as well as they do when they've got all day to throw. And they're the elite of the elite, so all day to throw, they're making miraculous throws like it's nothing because they've got that arm strength and talent, and they can put the ball wherever they want it for the most part. But yeah, look, we've got our. This is a big game. I mean, this is a tough test. The Raiders, great win. Like I said, great win against not a very good team. You beat this team on the road. Let me tell you something. You're raising eyebrows in the NFL, brother. You are. You're raising my eyebrows. I don't have you winning. I hope you do. And I think the way to do it is to keep our offense, long drives, man. Get ETN involved heavy. Trevor, do your Trevor. Street ball, I'll call it. Take off, man, when you see it. Take off when you see it. And, of course, make completions, right? Just make completions, and we'll move the ball down the field. On defense, the Chiefs they're pretty good. I mean, they've got a lineup of players that are really good, actually, led by Chris Jones. One of the best 3 techniques in the game. You could say the guy for Tennessee is one of them as well. So is he. He is absolutely phenomenal. He can rush a passer, strong, tough, mean, gets after it. But that's why Scherf's here, right? That's why we bring him in for big money to handle big dudes like Chris Jones. Carlos Dunlap, who I've always liked as a player. I know you Gator fans like him, but, man, he's played a long time. He's feisty, he's gritty, gets after it. He's got 3.5 sacks. Frank Clark's got 3 sacks. Chris Jones got 5.5. They've got a corner named Ladarius Sneed. I don't know that much about him, but when I'm looking at the sheet, he's got 3.5 sacks. So they're sending corners on blitzes, and they've got their middle backer, Bolton. He's got 7 tackles for loss. So
he's a beast.
Yeah, he is, man. He makes a lot of tackles. He's their leading tackler. He makes a lot of plays. So it's not going to be easy, of course. Arrowhead, the momentum starts swinging. It's tough to quiet that crowd.
It's a college-y atmosphere in terms of the crowd.
Listen, I've been there 3 times, played there 3 times. It's one of the best atmospheres you'll ever see in your life, college or pro.
It almost feels like you're playing like at LSU or at Florida or something like that.
Yeah, to a certain extent. But look, I mean, it's not 100,000. It's 80.
No, I'm
just saying
it's that sort of vibe.
It's not. But it's not anything near college. As far they're a pro town, big time, and their Chiefs are really damn good and have been good for a while now. So we'll see. Where's the chink in the armor? I think it's in the run game. Like I said, they're very good on third down. They're 37.6%. We're pretty good. We're at 39.6. Like to see that a little lower. They've only gone for it on fourth down 7 times. They've had 10 of 17 against them. So, look, they're all right. They're all right. 8 forced fumbles. We got 5. I threw that one in. They don't have a lot of picks. They do have 22 sacks on defense. I think we have 16. We started off really strong, but tapered off. It's funny, and Graham, you can chime in, of course, but all this talk about now, is Smoot better than – who cares? Do you really care? Who cares? Smoot is having a great year. And you know what? Josh Allen, he needs to have a better year, but he's not having a terrible year. Smoot deserves more time. Yeah, great.
I agree with you, but your last sentence is the most important one in my opinion. I care in terms of snap count. I care if Smoot's out playing guys and he's on the field.
Here's the thing you don't know. If you give him that extra load of snap count, is he still as effective?
Yeah,
as opposed to coming off the bench or starting whatever, but getting in the rotation. My point is this: the more the merrier. I mean, you look at the sacks they have. They've got a few guys at 3. Frank Clark's got 3. He can rush a passer. Like I said with Joe. You know what I mean? It's spread out. You can have everyone can get some. I think it's great that he's doing. I want to see more out of Arden Key. Arden Key, man, he started off really, really strong. Oh, he's going to kill the guards all the time. Well, he's done well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he hasn't, but I need to see more out of him, too. Of course, Josh Allen's got to be more consistent. So does Trayvon Walker. It helps with the inside guys as well. They've got to step it up. Their O-line's going to get after it. I tell you what they're going to do. I guarantee it. You think it's all going to be Mahomes whipping it all over the place, and they will get to that. But I guarantee you, at home, at Kansas City, they're going to test the will of the Jaguars defense. They're going to try to pound the ball on you and see if you're capable of stopping the run, like you have been, for the most part. You've had obviously some chinks in that armor too, but overall, not too bad. So that's going to get it done, in my opinion. And then Mahomes, he's fantastic. Trevor had a great game. It wasn't, and fans are going to fan. It's okay. I mean, it wasn't like this unbelievable, incredible, blah, blah. Like, no, he didn't throw for 3-4 touchdowns. He threw for 1. He was efficient. I like the way he played. I'm okay with that kind of game plan with him. I still think that 30 to 35 attempts is perfect for him. He doesn't have to carry the team with his passing. You get the running game. Now you know what you got out of ETN. I like to see what the backups can do in certain situations. I'd like to see Snoop Connor get in the game if he's worthy at this time in his short career. But you got to pound the rock, and Trevor's got to play Trevor ball. So I don't have them win. I'm going to give a score. I know I have to give a score on Jaguars today, which I'm about to jump and go into. I'm going to say Kansas City scores 31 and we score 20. 31-20, Kansas City over the Jags. I hope I'm wrong, of course. I do. But that's what I'm thinking. It's going to be tough. Let's see if they can hang. Let's hang for a while, and then let's see or come back. Hey, man, you go down early, come back like you did against the Raiders, or however you get there. Just make it a great ball game. And, hey, any given Sunday, that's why we play the game. All right, that'll do it for me here on Catching Up with Tommy Mack on 1010XL's podcast platform at 1010XL.com. Of course, streaming on the Relevant app as well. We'll be up on Facebook later. Also, YouTube, all that fun stuff. So until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. And we'll see you right here on Catching Up with Tommy Mack.